Hello, in this video I'm going to be talking about part 1 of section 1 of the part 1 of chapter 1 of the book Language and Thought in Action. And I'm eating a cookie. I lied to you. You win. But anyways, so something before I get into what the book's about, something I found out a few days ago about my notes is that they're really cryptic a little bit, some of them. And like, if someone else were to read it at first glance, they probably wouldn't understand it. We could all give anything meaning, you know what I mean? There's no like set meaning technically. I mean, technically we could always move around meanings in our heads and, associate different meanings of different things, associate different meanings of the same thing, And in this case, I gave these words a certain meaning for me that makes sense to me. And someone could read that and like come up with all these meanings or like, have come up with all these meanings, but they can't verify that since I was the one that like, initially like wrote it down, you know what I mean? So if they want to like verify their like what I mean by it, they have to ask me. So technically when you like talk to people, speak to people, and you want to know what each other means, it's good to know what they mean by it, or else instead of looking at the meaning, or else you may never understand what they mean by it. I don't know, just a little thing I felt like talking about since it's like related to language and whatever. So, anyways, I'm so sorry. This cookie tastes weird. Didn't taste like that yesterday. Anyways, people in the first book it starts out how the world is so ruled by the survival of the fittest, and people are acting selfish and ruthless and being like, well, this is the law of nature, like not law of nature, but like the survival thing, like it's the survival technique. And in reality, there's many other survival techniques, just not just survival of the fittest, you know what I mean? Like, for example, mice, they may not prey on much. They probably prey on crickets, cheese, but their big strength is that they could hide, they could, kind of camouflage-ish, not really, ish, yeah, because of their size, really. But more so, they're tiny and they could hide and run and squeak, 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 squeak. So, you know what I mean? While big predators, I'm not going to specific predators, but let's just say big predators, although they're big and their advantage is to be ruthless, doesn't mean they're like the king of like everything. Like, yeah, they might like kind of like got the little animals by the neck when it comes to like prey. But like, what if a big storm happens? What if some other stuff happens? I mean, they're getting swept away. There's a reason why there's a million bajillion big bones under the earth, because what happened? A big storm. So yeah. Other little things they mentioned in the book was and they talk about niches, and they're like, well, beavers have their niche. They use their tails to make dams, and that's like their thing. You know what I mean? Like, that's like the beaver spotlight. Who else do you see do that? I mean, I'm not saying there isn't because I can't verify that statement, but I mean, my whole life I've always been told that beavers are the only one that do that. And this caused scientists, or I don't know, to think, if these animals have their little thing, what is like the human niche? You know what I mean? What is the human niche? And what is the tool we use? Like the specific, super special, unique tool we use to like do our thing and survive and blah 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 blah. You will find out in the next video. You're probably thinking, dude, that's so freaking obvious. Like, it's literally the title of our book. Well, okay, I get it, but still, let's go to the next video.